Look, the reason that I'm asking you about your definition of atheism is because there's something that you said, and I know you're quite famous for having observed this. You write that one of your pet peeves is the habit of labeling young children with the religion of their parents,
yes.
which is something I think that a lot of atheists share, and how it makes no sense to talk of a Catholic child. What you really mean is the child of Catholic parents. But you then say at the end of the paragraph on page 11, it's right at the beginning, you say, I don't think we should talk about atheist children either. Why not?
Well, for the same reason, because I don't want to be accused of indoctrinating children, obviously. I mean, clearly a newborn baby doesn't believe anything, and so in that sense, the newborn baby is an atheist. But I think that's a rather pedantic thing. To call a child an atheist child is rather like calling a child a Catholic child, because it puts a label on the child. I was very shocked once at an atheist conference, where it was a nice conference in America, and there were quite a lot of children about. There were children of people at the conference, and they had playgroups and creches and things.
Right.
And then at the end, a woman on the stage said, "All you atheist children, come up on the stage." And I hit the roof. You know, I was furious at that, because that's exactly what we're trying not to do.
I see. But then the reason why I perhaps wouldn't have such a hostility towards that is because I don't want people to be confused with the definition of atheism. One of the things that I spend a lot of my time doing is telling people, no, I don't believe there is no God. I just don't believe that there is one. Right?
Yes.
And if we are defining atheism as simply a lack of belief in God, then consistently I think we are committed to saying that a child at the moment of being born is an atheist. Because if we don't, then people are going to question, is that really what your definition means?
That's an excellent point. But you're speaking as a sophisticated, educated philosopher, and most people won't get that. They'll think, oh, there you are trying to drive atheism into children. You're trying to take our children and make them into atheists, or say that they are atheists.
But isn't that what you are essentially saying? That is what you're saying. You're saying that
I sort of am. I mean,
yeah.
if we're talking
as
we're talking philosophically, yes, you're perfectly right. But I'm so keen on the idea of not labeling children that I would prefer on this occasion to restrain myself from talking about a child as being atheist.
I see. So this is precisely an example of what we were talking about earlier about believing something, but perhaps tailoring your words.
And one quite helpful thing, I think, is to change the way you pronounce the word. If you say atheist, it sounds like a rather sinister thing. If you say atheist,
yes, yeah,
which actually is the same thing, but it gets the meaning across.
Well, that's the confusion. It's not.
Yes.
It's not atheism. It's theism,
exactly,
right?
Exactly. So it'd be quite nice to change the pronunciation, but that's hard to do.
Yeah, that's not an easy thing to do, especially in writing.
Well, in writing, you could stick a hyphen in, I suppose.
Yes, that's true.
Might take up doing that.